are y'all doing tonight? Cool. So as you can tell, I come from a very follically challenged family. My dad wanted me to get the hair restoration surgery. He says, Justin, good head of hair equals a good head start in business. Now get out there and be somebody. But I argued with my dad. I said, first of all, it's really funny because my dad has a comb over, so taking hair advice from him is like taking fashion advice from Richard Simmons. But anyway, he says, you know, a good head of hair is good for professional life. And I said, you know, there's 3 professions I can think of that I'm a dead ringer for off top. Supervillain, you know. I could be a mascot for a household cleaner. I could even host a taxi cab-based trivia show. But yeah, but talking about the hair restoration surgery, you know, they always show it on the commercials. You see people coming out of water, you know, they're like, shit. They're like, you can even swim with it. Shit, you can swim with a fucking toaster, but it ain't a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But, so I'm 31 years old now. I've held a few jobs. One of them was an airport security guard in the hotbed of terrorism that is Lansing, Michigan. Yeah. They gave me my, you know, it was right after 9/11, so, you know, they obviously picked the best and brightest to navigate the skies against terrorism. But people were still packing really crazy shit back then. I was like checking a guy at the gate, and he had a throwing star in his bag. Apparently he's going to overthrow Japan or something. You know, I thought I'd be cool. I'd be like, all right, Shinobi, I'm going to give you a pass this time. Then I turned around and he like dropped smoke and he was gone, man. I don't know, it's apparently a ninja. And another time I was sitting there and a woman was going to Russia, and for like 2 years she was young, and it was like her whole extended family was watching me unpack her bags, and I found 7 dildos in her bag. 7, because apparently 6 dildos isn't good enough. Apparently she's going to frickin' Siberia, where there's no menfolk. But her grandma was looking me in the eye like, I'm the crazy one for getting blushed up. I mean, she's like, what, you travel with only 6 dildos? Only travel with 6? Come on, there's 7 days of the week. You know, and I'm like, well, excuse me, miss, can you turn on Wednesday for me? Make sure it works. I've got to make sure it's not a bomb. Another time I was up at the gate. This is my last airport story here. But a guy who was like 5'7", you know, we get to shooting shit, and I'm searching his carry-on, and you know, he's a women's basketball referee. And the first thing I find in his bag is about a 13-inch rubber black dildo. For some reason, I think that he missed his calling. He should have been like a towel boy in the NBA. But anybody out there working in office? No? Well, yeah, it's fucking cruel and unusual. You're glad you don't. Shit, it's like prison. The only thing that's different between my work is frickin' there's, you know, the only difference between prison and my work is there's no German Shepherds and no barbed wire. Shit, the frickin' vending machines at my work take cigarettes as a form of payment. Last week I had to order Staples. I had to order a shank because somebody was trying to test me for my bagels. You know, once they test you one time, you know they're going to take it the rest of the time. But I should have known, though. Like, the first week I was there, I was, like, going through my office, cleaning it up, and there was one of the posters on the wall said, you know, perseverance. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be an amazing place to work. That's until I peeled back the poster, and there was a partially dug tunnel. Said Andy Dufresne was here. So it's football season, you know, we're dead in the heat of football season. Anybody in their fantasy and all that? No? We all got that one friend, though, right, that knows everything about football or any sports in particular, the stat guy. He's like, yeah, man, Derek Jeter hits, you know, 3 for 4 on Thursdays when it's below 70 degrees. Yeah, man, Tiger Woods won 85% of his Masters after banging a $50 hooker the day before. I'm like, shit, I'm 100% positive. I want you to shut the fuck up and let me watch this game. But what if there were stats for these guys, you know? Like, Tim Schmidt hails from Downriver, Michigan. He's 5'9", 275. He's in a bit of a dry spell right now. He's at 0-52 with women in scoring position at his home field. By home field, I mean his mom's basement. Conversely, he is 37-2 when playing 9-year-olds in Halo. But, you know, he does hold the record for most masturbation attempts in one day. A home field record previously held by his father during the divorce. But Tim has been watching a lot of game film and doing a lot of batting practice in the off-season. Speaking of sports, don't you hate the term sports coat? Like, who wears a fucking sports coat? Nobody that's playing sports. What are the sports these guys are playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, extreme spreadsheet creation, corporate ladder climbing, freestyle brown nosing. It's my sports coat joke. But it's a crazy time to be alive though right now, isn't it? It's a little crazy. I mean, shit. For instance, they got all these crazy hormones in foods right now that are messing with our kids. I mean, my nephew was born with D cups and bad credit. Yeah, my friend's 5-year-old daughter, she freaking got sent home with hot flashes last week. Now we got to send her with a pair of reading glasses and a life alert to recess. But shit's not all bad. I mean, I know there's the oil spill, you know, it's been a bad year for that. Oil spill, the recession, corporate greed, you know, hills were canceled. Just a bad blow for everybody. But you know, things aren't all bad. I mean, you know, it's a good time to be alive right now for certain reasons. It's a good time to be alive right now if you're average. You know, it used to be back in the day you'd have to like do something drastic like invent electricity or be a classically trained pianist. You know, now you huff too much keyboard cleaner and invent the frickin' shake weight you get on TV. It's good for average people. You know, it's also a good time right now to be alive if you're old. I mean, back in the day, you know, you could sit around in frickin' pastel pantsuits and watch frickin' Murder, She Wrote right after 60 Minutes, of course. Shit, it ain't like that anymore. We got medical marijuana, Viagra. They live in these communities with, you know, it's co-ed, they got activities and shit. Sounds a lot like college to me. Yeah, Grandpa's not drinking Ensure and driving a Buick Regal. Yeah, that guy is macking on bitches after bingo. But anyways, anybody single out there? Single? Yeah, sweet, bunch of hitched up people. Hope you have a snug holiday. Anyway, so anybody, I was dating this one chick, dating's crazy, I was dating this one chick, she was one of them girls that was all pierced up, you know, the type of chick you will not take home to meet mom, and you can't get through airport security. I know, because I used to be airport security guard. But she told me, she was like, Justin, I have my hood pierced. And I'm like, oh, sweet. The fuck, are you an Oldsmobile? What the fuck's the hood? But it made me feel better because all these years I've been looking for the clitoris. It's just been under the hood, and I haven't been able to find the latch. So there it is. But you know, like all the crazy shit up, yeah. Usually goes over a little better. It's cool. We're warming up to each other. But yeah, dating's crazy. That's why, you know, I jerk off, you know? Like, I'm good at it nowadays. You know, I have all my periodicals, I got the scented candles I like, shit like that. I got it down. But, you know, fellas, you can hear me on this. When you first started off, it wasn't that easy, you know? Like, shit, man, you couldn't just ask your mom, be like, yo, mom, when you're out at the store, grab me some jerk juice. Fuck, take care of business. Ah, shit, back then I was like the Bear Grylls of fucking jerking off. I was like man versus boner. Using my mom's conditioner, her fucking Lancome. Shit, I'd melt butter if I needed to. Anyway, my name's Justin. Have a great night, guys.